want to know what's the first question that everyone always asks us.
Is there competition between you three?
All the time.
And you know what they expect us to say? They expect us to say that we hate each other.
That we fight every single day.
They're so annoying.
But I'm sorry to disappoint you guys, but it's not like that at all.
In fact, today we're going to explain to you why there's no competition between us and why that's possible. But first, we're going to give you some credit because it seems obvious that we should be in competition between one another. The first reason would be sibling rivalry. I'm sure you can think about your sister or brother and be like, ugh, I don't get along with them. We're so different. And one of the funny story is my mom told me that when Chloe was born, I actually asked my parents if we could bring back her to the hospital. I really wasn't happy to share the attention with her.
And then there's Justine, the baby of the family, who's arrived. And you can see on that picture that I'm really questioning myself. But it's all right, because people tend to compare one another. And our society needs to tag everyone. Like, who's the smartest?
Who's the best? Who's the prettiest? So, of course, that can create a lot of competition. And to add on top of that, we're practicing an individual sport at a really, really high level. So, of course, we're at the top of the gate, knowing that there's only one gold medal. Who's going to get it? I want it for myself. I don't want my sister to get it. I don't want anybody else to have it, and just me. So, of course, that can create a lot of competition between us.
And there's the media pressure, the media attention that everyone wants to get it. And when you have it, you want to keep it for yourself. So who's going to have the spotlight?
So basically, there's a lot of reason why we should be fighting, whether it's media attention, sibling rivalry, or simply doing an individual sport. But the fact is, we choose to do things differently, and we believe it all stems from the way we were raised by our parents.
Well, our parents are lovebirds. And when they decided to have a family, they decided as well that they want to spend quality time with their kids. And so if it was on summertime, on the weekend, we were going to the sailboat, and on winter time, we were doing skiing. And during the week, my dad came late from work to 7 o'clock, and we were probably starving, and my parents would give us like
carrots or celery.
But it was a time that we take together to sit down to eat dinner, and TV was off, and we were able to talk about our day, what we did, and how it went, and we were just allowed to be ourselves and exchange it. It was a precious moment for us.
In fact, our parents' first love was sailing, not skiing. They actually planned our birth to be in winter, so they could bring us as soon as possible on the boat during summertime. We were only babies, but we were just following them because they were just having so much fun. And I'm not sure if you've ever been on a sailboat, but it's a very small environment. Oh. And my sisters and I had to be really creative. We didn't have that much toys, so we were creating paper clothes or sewing some clothes together for our dolls, and it was a really fun moment. But at the same time, if we were having a fight, there was nowhere to hide.
Go to the bathroom?
Jump overboard, forget it. Our parents are going to get us back. So basically, we had to figure things out and do conflict resolution. But at the same time, living together was really fun.
And since the beginning, we start doing skiing. Again, our mom and our parents choose to do things differently. They choose to promote ourselves to media and sponsor as a package deal, which, I mean, that could be, it was a little bit risky because sometimes there were sponsors who were not interested in me, but more interested in Chloé because she was going to Vancouver Olympic game. But you know what? If you want the Dufour-Lapointe sister, you're going to buy the three of us. It's the way it is. And it's the way that our parent thought it was true to our value, which is family value.
So basically, our upbringing, our family values, the way we learn to live together on a boat, and the fact that we choose to promote ourselves as a trio, no matter what, really created our sort of outside environment unity. But it's still fair to think, how do they still get along? I mean, siblings fight. And I think at the root core of our relationship, what makes the big difference is that we have learned to communicate.
So, yeah.
We're going to fight after this one.
As you can see, there's 2 bananas.
Chloé,
And,
slide.
oh, sorry.
Again.
Oh, sorry.
We're going to fight after
There we
this
go.
one, for sure.
Communicate.
So we learned to communicate by actually, again, a mom quote here. We love her. She told us that never go to bed mad at each other. That's the first one. The second one is always start your sentence by I feel, I need. Yes. So it's not really comfortable talking about our feeling. But, I mean, we have to. We have to get those conversations. We have to get through those issues if we want to grow up and build a stronger relationship.
So now you can see the banana. And these bananas are troublemaker.
Oh, yeah.
For us, actually. So with these banana, we learn to communicate because the 2 of us, we train together. We stay together, we eat together. Well, we do everything together. But we need each one a banana on the morning of training. And sometimes we don't have the time to go to the grocery to get 3 bananas for the morning. So I wake up often the first one, and I go into the kitchen, and I see 2 bananas. I'm like, I take one for myself. But then Maxime wake up, and she goes into the kitchen, and she's like, there's one banana. I'm starving. I need this one. So I take it.
And then I wake up, and I'm pretty mad seeing them eating their banana and no more left for me. So I'm like, okay, girl, that's not fair. We have to talk about it.
Yeah. Well, actually, this happened so many times. You wouldn't believe it. And it was creating so much tension that we're like, okay, we need to sit down and talk this through.
Yeah.
So we find a solution, and we call it the banana rule, which is the first person who woke up can have the first banana, and the second one have to split in 2 to share.
That's fair. But the point is, with this example, is the fact that we respect so much each other that we can listen and we can put ourselves in the other's shoe and try to compromise.
Another reason why we work so well together might surprise you the most is the fact that we're really, really different. For example, Maxime, she's or intellectual one. She's rational, she's thinking first, she's really calm, and sometimes when I need to help to take a decision, I go see Maxime for sure.
Take a chill pill.
But on the other end, Maxime can be really in her bubble, seeing everyone's perfect, and sometimes it's not like that at all.
Yeah, I can be a little bit up in my head sometimes, and that's when Chloé grounds me, because she's our romantic girl, she loves fashion, and she's very close to her emotions. So she really shares her insight with us. But she can be really picky to live with.
And Justine is the little baby of the family, so she used to follow me every single time that I was going to see my friend, and it could be really annoying sometimes. But she's as well the one who brings me joy. She's the little clown, and I just love her because she kind of makes me happy when I'm too tense, but she can be really bossy and impatient.
So we have learned that our difference is also our biggest strength, because when we share our strength, we become even a bigger whole.
And now you can see there's a triangle. Well, this triangle, it means a lot. It first started when I was like a teenager. I was that girl who just want to be myself. I want to do my own thing. And then I have to follow those two. I was like, no, they're so uncool. I don't want to be like my sister. Of course, I had a talk with my mom where we sit down. And she told me, you know, Justine, you can have ex-friends. You can have ex-boyfriend. But you can't have ex-sister. They will be your sister for the rest of your life. Don't you want to get along with that? So I said, yeah, that makes sense. And then she told me that if we stick together and hold each other up, we actually form that triangle. And do you know what? Nobody can tear down a triangle because it's a form of support. And we think that rising each other, it's actually lifting all of us.
So basically now you know that our relationship is strong from the inside out. We have learned to communicate. We stand together as a triangle, and because we're different, we found our strength in it. If you still don't believe that there's no competition between us, we're going to give you proof now. And one of the most iconic one would be Chloé and Justine standing on the podium at the Sochi Winter Olympics holding hands.
Well, on that day, you can see that I'm crying because I'm the emotional one. And, and Justine is just smiling because she's so stoked of her run. But the thing that I see in this picture is the dream coming true from our family dream. That my mom and my parents were there, that my dad and my mom was there, that my sister were there. And I just feel we were on the podium all together. It was a dream come true.
And when I see that picture, a lot of people always ask me, oh, why did you take hand? Like that, I mean, that was also your moment, right? Like I was winning that gold medal. But I was there, I remember so clearly being in front of that huge podium. Oh my God, this is happening. My dream is coming true. This is real. And when you know that you're gonna live for real your dream that you imagine in your head, it can be really, really scary. It can be really overwhelming because I know what it means. And I just turned my head. And when I saw Chloé, I said, oh my God, this is real. I'm going to jump on that podium, but I'm not alone because we did this together. We had so much work, so much sacrifice to get there. So let's enjoy it together. And I remember it just calmed me down and it keeps me grounded.
And as you can see, I'm not on that picture. And so many people asked me, how did you feel? Were you jealous? Well, see for yourself. This... Wow. This photo was taken at the medal ceremony, and you can see how happy I was to celebrate my sister's victory. I had my own path to Sochi, which I'm proud of, but like my sister said, it was a success of the family. It was a shared moment, and that's why I was sharing this moment with them, and there was no other way around. We were proud of what we've accomplished together. And if you still don't believe that there's no competition between us, we have one last example.
This is the last one.
But after that, I don't know what to say.
So this picture actually represents that January 2016, where we made history, where it was the first time ever that three sisters, swept a World Cup podium. Thank you. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you.
Well, funny enough that on this day, we knew at the different time that it was possible to do a sweep because we were the 3 of us in final and the 3 of us in super final. The super final is 6%, so we were 50% there. But then the 3 of us decided to refocus on what we have to do to make it happen.
And I remember being on top of the course and waiting for my turn to do my run, and I could see my sisters, and we were so focused on our own, but at the same time, I could feel the strength that we all had together. It was that invisible link that we had that knew existed, but nobody could see.
Yeah, we call it a Wi-Fi.
Yeah, we've got this strange thing, mind vibe, that they could finish what I'm saying, and we just jump each other. We know what's going to happen. And Chloe and I were at the bottom of the course.
Yeah, we were at the bottom of the course, and I was like, just
come on, Justine.
All the pressure on my shoulder. Thanks, girls. I like it. So, of course, I was hearing that pressure because I was up there hearing the commentator saying, so we have 2 Dufour-Lapointe, 1 and 2 at the bottom, waiting for that last competitor to go. Another Dufour-Lapointe. Okay, all pressure on me. But you know what? I heard it. I was conscious about it, but I didn't care. I wanted to do it. I saw that opportunity right there in front of me, and I said, no, you know what? I'm going to take it and grab it so tight that I won't ever let it go. And I did my run. When I crossed that finish line, I was so happy because I knew that that run was good enough to be on that podium. I didn't care which position. I didn't care at all. I just knew we did, and we did it, that sweep, for the first time ever. And we did it together.
So today, we want you to remember that there's no competition between us. But mostly, we want you to remember that in unity,
we find strength.